Hey folks, welcome to another Toppy Noppy Vine thrifting video. It's been a while since my last video and I've been doing a whole lot of stuff since. Mostly releasing kits and stuff, working on Brigade Force. So it's been a while, but I have not stopped doing thrifting. This video is just a collection of all the things I've been finding in the last few months. So the most interesting thing that I'm excited about right now is the fact that I went to Portugal last week, just a vacation, holiday trip. I made it sort of my mission to look up as many thrift shops as possible. There are many antique stores in Portugal and many second-hand stores. They got pawn shops, charity shops, and I've been looking at most of them. A lot of them have stuff that is not really up my jam, and especially antique stores or the second-hand stores. There's one street that is just filled with 10 of them, very small ones, but they all have really old stuff. Hundreds of years old. But on the very last day, I found a store that was right up my alley. People in stores are always very nice, but this person was very friendly and a lot younger than the other folks. Well, as soon as I walked in, it was like, yeah, I guess I'll look at one or more of these stores that don't have stuff for me. And he said like, oh, there's a section down below. I was just walking down the stairs and hoping like, oh, they finally have toys, I hope. And they had toys. They had lots of toys. They had sealed model kits of cars and stuff. Problem was I already spent most of my budget on food and other things. I only brought home a few things, and one of those things, I'll just start with this one, is a Robo Revel model kit. And it's very dented. You don't really see it on the video, but it's really dented. The packaging is really dented. But I was so excited to find this that I had to take it home. And I'm not sure actually if I am going to assemble it. The package on the back is just blank. Revel does that sometimes. A lot of model kits do that sometimes. But these are released in Europe. This is the European version, which as always has 4 different languages, starting with German, because Revel is German, I think. 4 other languages below, that's the thing. And I'm just gonna open it because it was already opened. And it turned out to be monocolored plastic. Well, I really like the color blue, and it reminded me of another thing that I found weeks ago, which is this Mospiata motorbike, which also has sort of the same hue, and it really reminds me of a specific era in anime aesthetics. I really like this sort of stuff. These diagrams, how to assemble, very inspirational for me. But the figure looks really small. Its scale is 1 in 170, because these don't go for a whole lot. Secondhand. I've seen them on eBay. The big Robotech kits. This is the small versions. These are just the 2-in-1 line. The big line, which is the size of a shoebox, really. They go for around 50. So that's a good price. That's a lot of stuff. So yeah, I found this Mospiata bike in a thrift store in my hometown. Couldn't place my finger on what it was. I knew it was some kind of anime stuff. And an online Twitter friend helped me. And it was, yep, as much as I thought. This actually, I think, transforms into a person in the cartoon. It's a transformer. The other thing I brought from the Portugal thrift store is the Ring Raiders Revel model kit. And it seems to be factory sealed, so that's good stuff. It's also a bit dented. You don't really see. There you go. It's factory sealed, maybe resealed by the thrift store owner, but thing is, I didn't even know Revel model kits of Ring Raiders existed. And this yellow outline and all this stuff really struck me, and I was ecstatic to have found this. And I just immediately put it in the shopping basket. There was no debate over this. I did regret not taking the blue one, because they also had the stealth one of the good guys. But it was really severely dented. The packaging was just like some person put a bowling ball on top of it for 50 years or something. It just looked very bad. and I still regret not taking it because I'm so curious after the the instruction manual now, because this looks cool. I'm just gonna, I want to check the inside. I'm not sure if I'm gonna open it or take off the wrapping, but let me just give you a small introduction. When mankind has finally found peace, this is abruptly disturbed by the ingeniously equipped Venus Skull Squadron. In response to this threat, brave and capable pilots join forces as the Ring Raiders to do battle with the evil. So funny that world has finally found peace and a bunch of jet fighters show up. Don't you hate it when that happens? It's just a very amusing comic book plot. Yeah, and I actually think these images are from the comic books. I'm not sure. I actually had Ring Raiders as a kid. I didn't have a lot of toys, surprisingly, but I had 1 or 2 Ring Raiders, which Ring Raiders is a show that, or a toy line that's actually tiny jet fighters, fantasy jet fighters on a ring, beautifully illustrated and painted, and you could just fly them around on your ring around the house, and it really worked for my imagination. And every time I have a plane, I still do that. So like sound. So yeah, definitely keeping this. So good. Such a beautiful package. And this one I found a whole while ago, like a few weeks. Let me tell you a story about, as a teenager, I traveled to Wales a lot with my parents, and there was a gas station that had a figure like this on the cashier, and I came into the gas station, and it just intrigued me, and I said, what is this? Where can I find these? And the cash register said, like, I don't know, and I've never been able to find them ever since, until a few months ago, and I was able to retrace at the bottom, and it says Meg, and these are monster wrestlers in my pocket. I found out later. They look really cool, but yeah, I'm really happy to have found this and just solved the childhood puzzle. And now we have this one, this Triceratops, which I found at the yard sale. Really cute, sort of a bootleg thing. It's a transforming robot. It's actually an IP. It's not really lifted from any Transformer. It's just a very cute, slightly worried Triceratops. And I'm gonna transform it right now, real quick. So here it is. This is the figure. Still has the Triceratops on top of it. And it can probably attack with a thrusting pelvis move. Yeah, this is it. It looks slightly worried altogether. This is kind of a main prize from the last few months. This is a gigantic jumbo combo airplane thing. And it's actually Fire Dog One from Brave series, but a bootleg. There's a bunch of these, and Brave series was actually bootlegged a lot. I would classify this as right somewhere between Transformers and Power Rangers. There's this very ornamental, samurai-esque, gold crested quality to it. And it's funny because I actually found another, probably already showed this in the video. This is possibly another bootleg Fire Dog One, or another Brave series figure. There it is. Gigantic airplane, jumbo combo. It is just, it's just so heavy to hold. And it's an absolute beast. And the funny thing is that, wow, this thing does not accept competition. Put them in these compartments, and the fire truck goes here. It's actually a police car coming from, well, the head splits open. It's just that I don't have the cop car. This is the state that I found it in, and well, best to leave it as is. But yeah, that's probably all the stuff I found. Have a good one. Bye-bye.